Welcome back to another video on Phantom Brigade here on the 20-Minute Gamer channel. I'm your host, Nick, and today we're going to be looking at a few tactical related items in this video. Now, we're just going to cover the broad strokes. I'm not looking to drive your tactics for you because I don't believe in controlling how others play. If you want to use the meta and if these tactics are not for you, that's okay. I've said before, and I'll say it again till the day I die, I generally don't play the meta. I like things to be challenging. I think my thought process on the meta is when something is so game-breaking as to be the only way to win the game, it doesn't really do anything for the developers on changing the flow of the game. All it does is tell the developers, hey, people are using this and they're playing our game, that's good for our numbers. Why would they change that? I like a little bit of a challenge, and so these things work for me. I like a more fluid team. I really like a little bit of flow. I like my gameplay to be really organic, okay? So I hope the tactical advice offered here is something as well that we can agree on. If you're not doing them, and if you're looking for something to maybe change, if you feel like you're losing a lot or you're taking more damage, I hope these tips help you in your success. As always, this is an open forum. I welcome any and all civil discussion, so let's get into it. All right. So we're going to be talking about three things that I believe are really important on every single playthrough, okay? Squad build, reading the field, and priority targets. Since you need a squad before you march out, that's where we're going to start. We're just going to start from point A, carry over to point C. There are three things that I like to bring with me on every mission. Now, I want to disclose again, this is just how I formulate my strategies. It offers me personal comfort and redundancies if anything tragic happens, God forbid. There are three skill sets, right, that I'm looking to bring. 1, maneuverability. 2, dedicated damage. And 3, powerful damage. These three capabilities create a triangle for me that usually offers some overlap within the units themselves. But even at a base level, if I were to just bring 3 mechs and each mech could only have one of these skill sets, I should be okay. You'd be able to bring a melee mech, right? Light and maneuverable, quick, able to get on target. You'd be able to bring a heavy mech, maybe with a missile launcher, beam weapon, or Vulcan, and drive that dedicated damage. You'd also be able to bring a sniper armed with a good punching rifle. Accurate, able to reach out at a distance, gets amazing strikes, and does really, really good damage. What usually happens, though, is you have mechs that fit the bill of at least 2 of these metrics, right? Tactical mech, usually pretty good at offering dedicated damage and being maneuverable. A Vanguard mech, really good at being maneuverable while also giving you good, powerful damage. This process carries through for multiple mechs. So when building your team, keep this in the back of your mind. As wonderful as it sounds to have all heavy mechs with beam weapons, it can be a bit ridiculous when they're so heavy they can't really move anywhere. Once again, it's just my thoughts. Moving out of squad setup, you find yourself on the field. You've landed, posed with the problem of repelling these invaders. Don't worry, we've got you. Reading the field is an ongoing process that some might not take advantage of. Getting intel on the field is so important. It tells you what buildings to protect, enemy loadouts, and when to change your attack. What I'd like to do is jump into a real-time example of how I read the field. I'm not going to play through an entire mission, but I like to play through about 2 or 3 minutes worth of combat and show you how I read the field and how I identify priority targets. All right, so here we are. I've gone ahead and found a contact that we can go ahead and play against. Now, I have not called in the home guard. I have not blocked scans. I have done nothing. This is just mano a mano, 4 mechs against 5 mechs and 3 turrets. And we also have a tower of a radio tower that we need to destroy. Once again, our radio tower is going to be this bad boy right here. So we've got that to contend with. And I'm excited to see where this goes. So, reading the field, right? This is kind of where we're going here with reading the field. What do we know? We know that we have a side objective. We know that we have 5 mechs, 3 turrets. Easy, right? But what are we actually contending with? We have a heavy Vulcan mech. We have a machine gun and shield mech. We have a machine gun and shield mech. We have another heavy Vulcan, and we have a shotgun shield, how I would classify as a vanguard, right? Not too worried about these 3 towers. I'm going to stay out of their firing arc. I'm going to stay out of their distance. I'm not worried about them. I am worried about taking out this tower. Now, that tower is pretty far away. My heavy mech with beam can do some pretty considerable damage. My sniper is not going to really be able to do much damage at all. So I'm going to go ahead and set things up the way I feel I need to set them up, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut you back with the actions made and let you know what each one of my mechs is doing based on how I've read the field. Priority targets are a touchy subject, but that is kind of our third topic. I think priority targets can change during the course of battle, right? For me, they're a unit that offers the chance to drive powerful damage, dedicated damage, and then mobility, right? So I kind of go backwards, but that's my 1, 2, 3. Who's the powerful mech on the field? There isn't one. Who's going to drive dedicated damage and make sure that rounds are continuing to punch my mechs? There isn't one. Okay, who's the mobile mech? Where's the vanguard? Where's the sword mech? Who's third, right? There's going to be a mech that falls inside one of those 3 spectrums on your map. In fact, there's going to be a mech that falls within 2 of those 3, right? We talked about that. So, priority targets change over the course of battle. I'm going to set my plan. I'm going to cut you guys and girls back in, and then I'm going to go over why I tactically made that decision, why I prioritized certain targets over others, all right? Hang out for a minute. I'll bring you right back. All right, welcome back. Okay, so here's how I've read the field. We've talked about the unit types, who we have coming at us, and what we need to do. Now, how have I prioritized my targets? My tactical mech, he is going to go ahead and bolt in. I have a Vanguard type mech who's going to be straight ahead. He is attempting to engage my my heavy mech. So he's attempting to engage there. All right. Now, he's got free reign of attack. We're going to do some damage. We're going to gain the advantage here, okay? The next mech I have is my heavy mech. He's going to go ahead and run up as far and as best as he can, and then he is going to use his beam weapon to start tearing apart the Vulcan. The Vulcan is a priority. He is going to spam a lot of ammo, a lot of rounds downrange at my sniper, right? My sniper, he is going to be tasked, since he has the ability to do some concussive AoE damage, he is going to be tasked with doing area of attack damage on the radio tower. I need that tower gone, okay, before anything else happens, all right? The next thing that's going to be happening is this fun little maneuver where we get the edge a little bit here. It's not going to be beautiful, but it's going to work a little bit. We're going to get some back shots from our Vanguard on this guy, okay? So that's how we've planned it out, and that's what we're rolling with. We'll worry about how the battlefield changes in the next spin, all right? Let's execute this, and then we'll take it away. All right, rockets are away. The beam weapon has hit. His rounds are crunching into the side of the building. I'm going to go ahead and remap this, and we'll see where we're at. All right, welcome back. Okay, so Here is what we are working with, okay? Not many of the mechs actually got too damaged on any of our attacks. This guy did take some damage. Our heavy Vulcan mech, he did not get as much damage from the beam weapon as I thought, and this guy hasn't begun to take too much damage either. So how have I adjusted things? What are we doing? Well, we are going to still continue to use our tactical mech to engage this guy, all right? I'd like to see this guy gone, and we're only going to get hit a little bit, all right? Our heavy mech, we're not going to do much with him. We're going to keep him on target with that guy, and then we're going to take our sniper. He is going to then spam a rocket in support of the tactical mech, and then he's going to spam another rocket on that radio tower. Vanguard, I'm betting we're going to do some damage this round because we are going to rip this guy up. So let's go ahead and execute. All right, so our radio tower is in trouble because not much is happening with it. We have gone down to 4 mechs, and we do have an alert for one of the mechs, one of the defenders. He's ejecting. This guy's ejecting. I am no longer concerned with him. All right? So many times I have failed because I didn't pay attention to what was going on. He's done. He's done. Game over for this guy. He's going to eject. I no longer have to prioritize any degree of attack. So I can take him. I can go ahead and bolt him down. And I can just punch away at this mech as often as I can. I can just chunk away at him. And I have no fear at all. I can just do that now. So he's going to get wiped out. Our tactical mech. What is going to happen there? Well, we could actually go ahead and probably do that there. And then he's going to go ahead and finish his attack strain there. I'm going to go ahead and walk him up. We're going to switch to this and just see if we can't melt this guy a little bit. All right. I'm going to go ahead and execute it. We did it in real time. Let's do it, baby. Tower's gone. Vanguard did some serious damage. And we have another. What's happening with this guy? He's ejecting. He's a non-factor now. There's nothing we need to do with him anymore. Our priority of target has changed to this Vanguard. This sole Vanguard is the only guy that we have to worry about now. That's going to be super easy. Super easy. So easy. Let me show you how easy. All right? We don't even have to... Look, check this out. Check this out. We'll pop down there. Get him from behind. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's not how I meant it. So he's going to go there. This guy, can he, ooh, watch out now. Watch out now. He'll go here. And then he'll blast him there. And I bet that's all we need. Let's execute it. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Oh my God, that was beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Hit him. All right. What's happening with this guy? He's crashing and he's going to limp away. I bet we are able to get him to eject. Execute. Unnecessary. He was wiped out. So there you have it. 3 little tactical tips that I believe changed the gameplay for me overall, especially in the beginning. Mid-game, these tactics still help me gain the advantage, and I don't think they're going anywhere. The higher those gear scores, the more difficult the enemy, the better the weapon that the better the weapons that they have. These things are going to be a rolling and evolving process, so you're definitely going to want to keep that in mind. The higher up in the levels that the higher up in the gear scores and levels that you get. Okay. Above all else, have fun. If these tactics aren't working for you, or if you think this is all just BS or just not your cup of tea, hey, that's great, man. I really appreciate the view. I appreciate you letting me talking to you. You letting me talk to you here for a little bit about my thoughts on how to better gain the advantage against these invaders. And if you have other tactics that you personally like to use, drop a comment down below. Let me know what's on your mind, how you gain the advantage. These are all things that work for me. I come from a military background. I come from a military mindset. And so this is where my brain goes 90% of the time on games like this. How can I tactically gain the advantage? And how has my experience in the military offered me or afforded me the opportunity to think more tactically against what the AI is thinking? So have fun. Stay safe, Brigadiers. I'll see you on the next one. Nick out.